Paul, obviously an amazing weekend, but now the focus turns to an important league game.
Yeah, I think the euphoria of Saturdays is gone, and we have to focus on Tuesday, and everything as you expect is really upbeat at the minute, and what's happening. Quite rightly so after the performance was fantastic. And we've got another league game on Tuesday. We're going to try and win.
And important to kind of carry that through, the feeling that the players had after the game on Saturday, to say, keep having that every single game, no matter who you play.
Well, if they can get into games where they're like that, you won't win every game, but as long as you think to yourself you've got a really good chance of winning, and I think that's what we're going into games like that. Doesn't matter who we play, we're going to try and win. It's a difficult game, away from home again, and after the excursions on Saturday where we've worked incredibly hard to get the result against one of the best teams in the Premiership, let alone anywhere else. So the euphoria of that, and we also have to go on Tuesday to try and win.
Is there an element as well that they gave so much effort, both physically and mentally, on Saturday? Are you going to have to be careful to manage them to get the right team for Tuesday night?
Yeah, there's a bit of both. There's the emotion of the game and everything that goes with it, because nobody expected that. And realistically, should we have done it? Probably not. But as I always say, in a one-off game you can win. I mean, the emotion of the game, you were there yourself. It was incredible. The atmosphere was incredible. I think everybody was mentally drained from it. Supporters as well, I think, were mentally drained for it, and it just took a lot of everybody, supporters, players, staff. But the reward for it is massive for us, and the feeling and the goodwill from it, the response even from the Liverpool supporters was great. So you did everything that went for you on that day. So, but now, when Sunday, then you come back to normal, and then you try and prepare for Tuesday.
Because how are you after it? Because it's not been long since you've been here, but you've had to work so intensively to do so much. Was there a feeling Saturday night when you thought, I can see everything I've worked hard for the last couple of weeks and months is really beginning to pan out?
It's hard to explain the way I'm like. I'm probably I take one game at a time. I've always done that in one football career anyway. When I played, even when I've managed, I try and have one day, whether win, lose or draw, where I can analyse it. So good, bad and indifferent, I try and have 24 hours where I let it go. And my greatest manager that I've ever played under that gave me that advice, which I try and do. So that's fine. And but when you see lads playing like that, and then you see the supporters after it, that's what makes the game of football for me, is days like that and moments like that where people remember it for a long, long time. And the game's all about winning trophies and titles and promotions and all those sort of things. So when I see what happened on Saturday, that's why you love the game of football.
Yeah, you kind of need to make sure you win on Tuesday, so you keep that and keep that feeling.
Well, that's it. That's important. And as I said before, I think years down the line, you'll ask Wolves fans who was in that end that day, and that'll be
more than 8,000 that will claim that.
Yeah, and I think what you will get is that the game will be spoken about for many a year. And when they lads finish their careers, and who knows when Wolves will play with Liverpool again at Anfield and go and win. I know they beat them in that was 2010, and the two teams were in the Premiership, but the gulf has moved on 7 years later. The size of the clubs have escalated into it, the finances of it. So that result on Saturday made it incredible what had happened.
Was the expectation very different? And what will you expect from Barnsley? Because they've lost a couple of players recently. Are they going to be a different team and a different test entirely to maybe they were 2 weeks ago?
No, I think it'll be a really tough game. I think they've picked up a couple of good results there, and I think it'll be a tough game. Any game is always tough, but it won't change anything for me. I'll go and try and win. I'll try or the team will try their best to win, whatever personnel I play. We'll have a really good following again up there, and the only thing we have to do is watch the emotion of the Saturday's not going to affect us. So I think that's important, but I also expect a really hard game.
Because league points, obviously, you look to it now, there's still a lot to play for. 19 games still remaining. It's still not beyond that. If you get a run together, playoffs is there.
listen, we'll go and try and win as every game as we can, or the best we can. We'll do everything we can to try and escalate up that table and see what happens. But at the minute, the pleasing thing for me is, no matter who I play, players wise or personnel wise, I've got a group of lads that are bursting to play, and I think that's a great thing for any manager. We try and keep everybody happy, which is not an easy thing to do. We get the supporters backing us the way we have, then I think it's there for everybody to see. The whole mood swing is incredibly high at the minute.
One of the players who was obviously so impressive on Saturday, has been so impressive all the way through, is Helder Costa. Him being here permanently is going to be a real big sign of intent for the football club.
I think it's massive for the football club, and not just Helder, but the whole feeling with players on about him performing as well, and they know he's a special talent, and he's getting better and better. I mean, you've been here since the start of the season. I've only saw him since I've come in, and since I've been here, he's been fantastic the way he's performed. One of the best ball carriers I've seen in a long while, doing it in the bigger stage, which everybody wants to do. And if he'd scored a goal the other day, then I think we all might as well have left the stadium, that goal, because it was an incredible run. And just by a nick on his ankle, it would have been one of the greatest goals scored. So, big talent, as I've always said. Great for the club if we can get it all done. And the important thing is, we build everything as well. With the younger ones here coming through, the older lads have been brilliant, and we try and pull it all together.
What's it like to coach and manage a player like that? I mean, you'll have played alongside players like that. You've had them before at football clubs. Do you have to do an awful lot with someone like him?
I think where he's got better is his game knowledge. I think that and where to go in relation to the ball and to his teammates. I think he's certainly got better with that. I think with the ball, I think the type of players are free. You let them have the freedom to go and play, and that's what I do, because he makes things happen that maybe safer players won't try a pass, or they won't take it for a run, or they won't try and beat somebody, where he's got the talent to play free. And as long as he does the work without the ball, which I think he's done fantastically well. With the ball, he can play free, and I think that's why he's enjoying his football.
How important is it for your team that it's not all on him either?
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's not, and I think that's important. But I think if you see it, it's not. With a really strong side, togetherness is great. But they know the lads that there's a special player there as well, and I think, especially on Saturday when you had him and Andy on one side and Noah up front, the speed was there for everybody to see. But it's important that we're a team and no one individual, albeit we've got a special player.
As far as transfers goes, anything likely to happen before the deadline?
At this minute, I would say no. I would say no, but you still until Tuesday. Anything can happen. I've been too long in the game. When things go on and off, it's normal. But as I speak to you at the minute, probably there's nothing really going to happen.
Is there an element of frustration that actually you've got a game, so you're not really going to be able to focus on the transfer side because you've got to prepare for a match?
That's only the downside of it, is you can't do nothing about it anymore because of the game. But one thing, I won't let anybody try and get an easy ride for this club and try and take money off us when I don't think it's feasible to do, or I don't think it's right, because the club's more important than anything. And I won't bring in bodies I just don't think will contribute. I think that's important, that we don't do that. So I want players here that will push the lads that are in the team to stay in it, or get in the team themselves.
Fitness wise, is everybody okay from the weekend?
Yeah, they are. I mean, as you expect, they're all want to play again, which you expect, and because of what's happening. The cup draws tonight, all the excitement that happens. But it's a great thing to have when everybody wants to play, even though the excursions of Saturday will still be there.
Quick word on the cup draw. Anyone you fancy? Anyone you don't fancy?
No, I won't tell you, but I've got ones in my head that I'd love to play, and whoever we get will be great. And because the run we've been on it has been incredible. 2 Premier League teams away from home, 2 strong teams. Anfield just capped it off with days like that. But yeah, there's somebody in my head I'd love to get. but I'll probably keep that to myself.